S9E01 returned with a bang and a whale in its explosive Season 9 premiere, Eat the Rich. The episode opened with a touching yet bittersweet moment as the 118 gathered to dedicate their firehouse to the late Bobby Nash, Peter Krause. His absence lingered heavily in the air, setting an emotional tone for what would become one of the series' most ambitious episodes yet. The team's quiet reflection didn't last long before chaos struck in classic 911 fashion. Their next call sent them to deal with an emergency so bizarre it seemed ripped from a tabloid headline. A tech billionaire swallowed by a whale. A whale of a rescue. The billionaire in question, Trip Hauser, Mark Consuelos, is known for his arrogance and controversial reputation in the tech world. But even his critics couldn't have imagined his latest headline: being eaten alive by a humpback whale while kayaking off the California coast. The 118 sprang into action. Eddie Ryan Guzman dove into the ocean with fearless precision, while Hen Aisha Hines coordinated the team's daring rescue. Together, they managed to coax the whale to the surface, and in a spectacularly gross yet hilarious moment, it spit Trip out, battered, covered in seawater, but very much alive. As Trip opened his eyes, the first person he saw was Hen, calm and confident amid the chaos. The image quickly went viral, flooding social media with memes and headlines, celebrating her as the whale whisperer. For Trip, the viral fame presented an unexpected opportunity: redemption. For Hen, it was about to lead to something far stranger than a marine rescue: space travel. From viral hero to accidental astronaut. Eager to polish his public image, Trip reached out to Hen with an offer that was as outrageous as it was tempting. He proposed a publicity stunt involving a trip to space, a way to show the world his generosity and thrill-seeking spirit. In exchange for Hen's participation, he promised a massive donation to the Los Angeles Fire Department. Hen's reaction was a mix of excitement and disbelief. The idea of orbiting Earth was thrilling, but it also came with risk and a healthy dose of skepticism about Trip's true motives. To clear her head, she turned to the one person whose opinion mattered most: her wife Karen, Tracy Toms. When Hen explained the plan, up about 100 miles, 2 laps around the planet, then back down, Karen couldn't help but light up. As a rocket scientist, space had always been her dream, and now it seemed within reach. But reality soon set in. Karen realized she couldn't go. She worked for a competing aerospace company currently locked in litigation with Trip's firm. The disappointment hit hard. For Karen, it was a dream deferred. For Hen, it left her without a travel companion, and an unexpected opening for someone else who desperately needed an escape. Athena's broken focus. Meanwhile, Athena Grant, Angela Bassett, was struggling to hold her life together. Still grieving Bobby's death, she had thrown herself into work, or at least tried to. When she skipped Bobby's firehouse dedication to participate in an undercover sting operation, it was clear her priorities were skewed. But when the FBI swooped in and took control of the case, effectively benching her, Athena's frustration boiled over. At home, things weren't any better. Her son Harry, Elijah M. Cooper, had secretly dropped out of high school and was working at a coffee shop. And May, Corinne Messiah, confronted her mother about her emotional absence. The confrontation was raw and painful. Both children accused Athena of neglecting them since Bobby's death, of caring more about her badge than her family. The accusation shattered her calm exterior and forced her to confront a truth she'd been avoiding. She was drowning in her own grief. Athena's story in this episode wasn't about heroism or investigation. It was about survival. She was a woman caught between duty and despair, trying to find purpose again after losing the love of her life. An offer of escape. Sensing how much her friend was hurting, Hen realized that Athena needed something to shake her out of her grief, a distraction, a challenge, something different. With her seat to space still unclaimed, Hen made a spontaneous decision. She invited Athena to join her. The moment was quiet, but powerful. After a heartfelt conversation about loss and healing, Athena hesitated, then finally agreed. Her yes felt symbolic, a small step toward rediscovering the fearless woman she used to be. In the final moments of the episode, the two women appeared side by side in flight suits, strapped into their seats as the engines roared to life. For a show that thrives on spectacle, the image was perfect. Two heroes preparing to literally leave their pain behind on Earth. Trouble in orbit. Of course, this is 911 and nothing ever goes smoothly. Promos for the episode had already teased that something would go terribly wrong with the flight. As debris hurtled toward Earth, space station workers scrambled in panic, hinting at the catastrophe to come. The premiere ended just before the chaos reached its peak, leaving viewers with a cliffhanger. Would Athena and Hen survive their cosmic adventure or become the show's next tragic rescue story? Life at the 118 without Bobby. While Hen and Athena's story soared to new heights, the rest of the 118 were adjusting to life after Bobby. Chimney Kenneth Choi was officially stepping into the role of interim captain, and though he wore the title humbly, it was clear the team looked to him as their leader. His steady presence and empathy made him the natural successor, even if the shadow of Bobby still loomed large. Meanwhile, Buck, Oliver Stark, found himself struggling with change. Watching Hen and Eddie, Ryan Guzman, form a close partnership after Chimney's promotion left him feeling left out, and more than a little jealous. Their easy teamwork gnawed at him, exposing just how much Buck still relied on his connections within the team to stay grounded. It was a quiet subplot, but one that hinted at emotional growth to come. Themes of loss and renewal. Eat the Rich balanced absurd humor with emotional depth, a 911 trademark. On one hand, the image of a billionaire being spit out by a whale is classic over-the-top chaos. On the other, the episode's emotional center, Athena's grief, Hen's compassion, and the 118's struggle to rebuild, kept the story grounded. Bobby's absence wasn't just a plot point, it was a presence. Every conversation, every rescue, every quiet moment at the station echoed his influence. Yet amid the sadness, there was hope. The dedication ceremony reminded everyone that Bobby's legacy lives on, not in plaques or titles, but in the people he inspired. Athena's decision to go to space wasn't about adventure. It was about reclaiming her courage. For Hen, it was about friendship and faith. Together, their journey symbolized something bigger. The idea that healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means daring to move forward. Daring to move forward.